India versus Australia is as big as the Ashes now. Like if not even bigger. If not bigger, yeah.
Indians and second-generation Indians living in Australia have experienced a lot when it comes to cricketing rivalry, and they've got some pretty strong opinions about it.
You know, it all started from the time of the Tendulkar and McGrath. They always target the main key batsmen of the Indian team.
I think there are key parts in history that have led India to change the way they think and the way they attack as well.
After a Dennis Lillee in-swinger caught Sunil Gavaskar in front, the Indian captain initially refused to accept the LBW decision. A war of words erupted, and the captain then took drastic action, ordering his teammate to walk off with him. Their protest was stopped just in time by the team manager. The captain eventually walked, and his teammate returned to bat on.
That sort of stuff from Gavaskar certainly stoked a few fires.
That's my earliest memory of any bad blood between Australia and India.
I had one little blow up on the field in India. It was with Gautam Gambhir, I think in the 2008 series. I got in his way when I was bowling. He had a couple of words to me and I took offence to them.
I'm not really sure when it began, but I think it probably peaked at the SCG with the monkey gate thing between Simons and Harbhajan.
There had been a bit of niggling leading up to it and during the test. It was really ugly. Anil Kumble, the captain of India, famously said that there was only one team playing in the spirit of cricket.
That was far-fetched blown out, yeah. From then onwards, you could just tell that whenever we play, it's not going to be like, oh, walk in the park, hey, how are you? It's going to be, it's war. Like the day from ball one, it's going to be war.
The brain fade moment.
Yeah, the brain fade moment.
That was a bit of a brain fade on my behalf.
We had dressing room gate where Stephen Smith and Pete Hanscom were out in the middle and they were working out whether or not to review a decision, and Steve Smith looked up at the dressing room. Well, in the press conference that followed, Virat Kohli all but accused them of cheating.
I would never do something like that on the cricket field. Is that not cheating? I didn't say that, you did.
The gentleman's sport is out the window now. It's not a gentleman's sport anymore.
Now with the Kohli being a captain, he's very aggressive.
He must be inspiring them to do that.
India has copied Australia in some ways about being very, very dominant and very arrogant also.
I think India finally sort of worked out, if you don't take Australia on with fire for fire, they're going to sort of walk all over you.
If you're going to dish it out to others, you should expect to copy yourself. If you can't do it, keep your mouth shut.
But Indian team, you know, they got to copy it from the crowd as well.
Oh, the crowd is bad.
It's really bad.
They've been the best two teams for a long, long time. You've got Australia, who's dominated for 20-odd years, coming off their peak now. And then you've got India. Cricket is a religion. I think a lot of the rivalry probably stems from maybe the current Indian guys don't necessarily think that the current Australian guys deserve the mantle of being the number one.
While passions run high, on and off the field, those within the game are hoping the two teams don't overstep the mark this time out.
Hopefully it's a healthy rivalry. That's the way the administrators see it. That's the way we as coaches want to see it as well.
Maybe this latest series is India's best chance of success in Australia for a side led by one of the world's best batsmen, Virat Kohli.
He gives India the class they have in their batting at number 4 in this series that could well be the decisive factor, given that Australia don't have Steve Smith and David Warner in their top 4.
India's got a strong batting lineup. We've got a few good bowlers.
India strangely might start the favourites for this series.
I still think that Australia will come out on top in this series.
India is a strong side, so they want to travel well, especially under Virat Kohli.
It'll be an even contest. You like to think that if we can get on top of Virat, then we can get on top of the rest.
I think it'll be pretty tight, series. This is definitely India's best ever chance to win in Australia. They've never done that.
Will this latest instalment add even more spice to what some feel is the greatest rivalry in world cricket? Watch the ESPN Cricinfo film series at espncricinfo.com.